And we are absolutely thrilled to welcome back to the show the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. He's with us on behalf of Duncan and Lurie Children's Hospital of Chicago. November 15th for National Philanthropic Day, 5 a.m. to noon. Duncan will donate $1 to Lurie Children's for every large or extra large hot coffee sold. Justin, man, thank you so much for the time. How you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing very, very well. Saw on the internet that you're down in Florida with Brandon Marshall. So what's up for you in the bye week?
Yeah, I just kind of came down to Florida, of course, to get out of that cold weather that's going down to Chicago right now. So kind of just to get away a little bit, and just to kind of change the scenery up. And of course, I visited House of the Athlete, Brandon Marshall's gym, and got an opportunity to meet him in person, and got to work out there. So it's been awesome.
That's cool.
So far.
Are you going to be on the I Am Athlete podcast, Justin?
I don't think so. Maybe in the future, though, but not anytime soon. I don't think so.
Yeah, those guys are crazy. That would be fun, I'm sure. Hey, man, if you think this is cold for Chicago, like it's going to be, it might be a little bumpy for you the next couple of months. You're prepared, though. Columbus wasn't that bad, right?
Yeah, I mean, it definitely wasn't that bad. But, when it first turns cold, it's more cold. So I just have to, of course, get my body and stuff used to that weather. Then, of course, on the back end of winter when it's about to turn spring, when it's 40 degrees outside, 45 degrees, and of course that'll feel hot to me. So it's just, a matter of adjusting to the weather.
People want to get to know you, man. I remember there was a profile piece on you around the draft, and you were like just looking forward to coming to Chicago, exploring the city, figuring out. How are you liking living in Chicago right now?
Yeah, I mean, I like it. I live kind of close to the facility, so away from the city, so it's nice, kind of like me growing up, really kind of just quiet, not really much going on. So, I mean, it's awesome. And, of course, the city's amazing and stuff like that. So the people are great, and I've enjoyed my time here a lot.
Hey, Justin, we were talking before the show. It's like when I was 22, I was working at a hardware store, playing a lot of Tecmo Super Bowl. I was chilling a lot. I was not leading anybody, You have teammates. You have teammates in that huddle who are 30. Jason Peters is 53, I believe. I could be wrong about that, but
my man's not 53. He's not that old.
No, he's not that old. But how do you command respect in that huddle as a 22-year-old young man? What's the secret to commanding respect from those guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just going out there every day in the facility, showing those guys that you care, showing them how much the sport means to you, and just how much you want to win. So I think once they see that, and once they see you, making plays on the field, then they really start believing you and trusting you more and more. So that's kind of been, my plan and what I've been doing, since I've got there, just trying to show my teammates, show my coaches, how much I want to win and how great I want to be.
That makes all the sense in the world. Cole Kmet has talked about how you've been a little bit more assertive at practices, and you've talked about getting on Zooms with the wide receivers and working on routes. Has that assertiveness with teammates connected to being more decisive on the field as we've watched you be more decisive on the field?
I would just say, that more decisiveness, I think that's just, coming with time and me getting used to the game and how the game of football is played in the NFL. It's a little bit different. You can't really, stand back in the pocket like college and sit back there for 4 or 5 seconds. You have to, just take what the defense gives you and, get those 5-6 yards and move on to the next play. So the game's a lot different than it was in college for sure.
It seems from our untrained eye that you're just making unbelievable strides like week to week to week. How much do you feel like you are learning by being out there playing every week, Justin?
Yeah. I think I'm, learning a lot, and, I'm going to continue to learn. So me just being out there, me being able to see different defenses and kind of how they work and operate, I think just the more and more I'm out there, the easier it is for me to see, defenses and stuff like that. So, from the first game I was thrown into to up until this point now, I'm seeing things a lot more clear. And, of course, the playbook, I have more reps with, certain plays, so I'm more comfortable running certain plays. So it's been great.
Did it feel like something clicked for you and Allen Robinson in the Pittsburgh game?
I mean, yeah. A-Rob, I think me and his connection are, growing more and more each week. Like I said, we've been meeting just as a tight end, quarterback, receivers, and running back, just, on pass plays the night before the game over, recent practices we had over the week and stuff like that. So kind of just talking with him through that and, making sure that we're on the same page. I think it's definitely getting our chemistry up for sure.
Hey, Justin, we had a chance to talk to Mike Vick last week, on the short list of the most exciting athletes of our lifetimes, obviously. And he mentioned something. Well, first of all, you must have been a huge fan growing up in Georgia. I
was.
You were, right?
I was.
But so he mentioned something that I can't stop thinking about, how running and getting a first down running changed his confidence level in everything with the passing, and watching you run for a first down. Does that then make you even more confident in the passing game and just everything you got to do? It seems to be working together like that.
I would say sometimes, but for me, just running and kind of getting mobile and active a little bit, I think that just, puts me more into the game more and kind of really just gets me, I guess, in the game more. But, being a quarterback is different from all of the other positions. We kind of can't really have that rah-rah energy. Of course, some guys can, but I tend to kind of have my energy calm and stuff like that. But, I think just running and, maybe getting hit once or twice, that'll be like, all right, now I'm ready to play. And it kind of wakes you up a little bit. So, of course, running definitely gets the blood going a little bit and gets me going. So, yeah, I guess you could say that. Was
Mike your guy growing up, and what's it like to have a relationship with him now?
Yeah, he was. I mean, I remember 8 years old, 7, 8 years old, wearing his cleats. I had to get his cleats when I was younger. But, he's definitely one of the most electric players that I've seen play in my lifetime. So I talk to him every now and then. So it's always great hearing from him and just, the advice that he gives me.
Have you picked his brain, or who do you go to for advice? Obviously, you've got your coaches and your teammates in that quarterback room, but who do you go to for advice, Justin?
Yeah, of course, Nick and Andy, them, just having those guys there every day. But I would say a quarterback that's not on our team that's in the league right now is Cam Newton. I've known Cam since my junior year of high school, so he actually called me, I think, either last week or the week before that, and we had a good little chat. So, whenever I need some advice or something like that, I'm always able to reach out to Cam, and he's always ready to talk. So
you must be thrilled that he's back in Carolina.
Yeah, I am. I'm excited for him, and I hope he does well, for sure.
We're talking to Justin Fields here, Parkins and Spiegel on the Score on behalf of Duncan and Lurie Children's on November 15th, 5 a.m. to noon. $1 donated to Lurie Children's for every large or extra large hot coffee sold. Speegs was asking you about you as a leader at 22 with older teammates. I'm curious about what motivates you. Are you the type of guy that you want to prove anyone who said anything about you at the draft or who passed on you? Are you the type of guy who wants to prove the doubters wrong, or how do you get motivated?
Yeah, I think that's definitely one thing about it. I like doing that. I just like proving people wrong. I like proving myself right. And, just the stuff that I'm able to do, I think, just my competitive spirit just, allows me to keep pushing and keep, thriving to be great every day. So I think it's, all of those really just into one thing and just, proving people wrong, proving myself right, and also wanting to, be great and wanting to expand my potential.
So what's one that sticks with you? What's a slight or something that sticks with you that you think about as a chip on the shoulder?
It's just a bunch of stuff, mixed up about how they say our offense, isn't as good and stuff like that. And of course, we've had a couple of rough games this year. So just hearing everybody's mouth that talks bad about us, that's just a little bit of motivation for, myself and my teammates.
Wow. So all of you, that's not about you. That's about your teammates. It's about the coaches. It's about everybody in your mind.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think my teammates get motivated by me, and to be honest, those two performances that we had early in the year, that was just embarrassing. So we knew that we couldn't stay like that. So I mean, just every day at practice, we trying to get better and work hard. So yeah.
Hey, Justin, we love that you talked to the refs about the roughing the passer. That you said to them, Big Ben just got that call. What's up with that? How did that interaction go? Were they responsive? Because you're going to have to do that as a quarterback. You're going to have to establish relationships like that with the refs.
Yeah, I mean, he was, but it's just me talking to him and kind of picking his brain and see what he saw. But if you don't talk to them, then they're going to think that, you agree with them. But, of course, you have to let them hear, what you thought that happened on the play respectfully and not, get too disrespectful with it, because then you don't want to get on the ref's bad side and then, anything happen when you're on the ref's bad side. So you definitely don't want to do that. But just approach the ref, respectfully, and kind of just talk to him about, the play that just had happened.
Did you see that call Lamar got last night? They barely touched him. He got the call. He got the flag.
Yeah, I know. It's crazy to me, but it's football, so we'll see.
Yeah, man, that'll be you in a year or two. So, Justin, our audience wants to get to know you a little bit, right? So I got some quick hitters here for you, for let Bears fans know you a little bit. So, after a long day, you've watched every piece of film you could possibly watch. We know you like to chill with Uno the dog, but outside of chilling with your dog, what's something else that you do to decompress and relax?
Yeah, I just usually hop on my PlayStation with my best friend from high school, and we usually hop on the game for like 30 minutes or to an hour. So that's kind of what I do to kind of decompress and get away from football for the night. What's your game of choice? I usually play Call of Duty Warzone, or I play a little bit of Rocket League. So those are my two that I've been playing lately.
Are you public out there? Can people go challenge you and find you on PlayStation?
Nah, not really. See, I'm not as good as some guys I hear. I just play it for fun. But some of these guys in the league, I mean, they're crazy at Call of Duty. Like Tariq Cohen, he's amazing at Call of Duty, and then David Montgomery also is a pretty good player too. So I'm not as good as those guys, but I'm all right. So I choose to just, play privately and, not do as well in private rather than public. You got any superstitions or game day rituals, a pregame meal, anything like that? No, not really. I just, make sure I pray before every game and, thank God for giving me the opportunity to be able to play. So that's the only, pregame ritual that I have. How's Uno doing? How's Uno liking the weather and adjusting to Chicago? He's doing good. Of course, my man is having a hard time adjusting to the weather. I feel like every time I take him out in the morning, he's always shivering and stuff. So I got to give him a coat here coming up soon. But he's been good, and he loves the new backyard. So he's been awesome. Oh, that's nice. Are you okay being a guy with a dog with a coat? You all right being a dog coat person, Justin? Yeah, for sure. I mean, I don't mind it. It's for the dog, so just making sure my man stays warm. That's true. Well, the last time we had you on, I don't know if you remember, but I told you that I had been prepared to trade my dog Omar for a franchise quarterback. And when I told Omar that we were having you on, he said, "Tell Justin thank you, because I took him off the trade block, because just based on how you've been playing recently, it feels like we got a franchise quarterback, so now Omar doesn't need a new home." So on behalf of my dog, Justin, he thanks you. Tell him I said no problem, of course. Glad I can help out. All right. Hey, in terms of motivation, by the way, you were talking about what people slight for the team or anything like that. You get the Packers again, and for the last 30 years or something, they've had the upper hand in that rivalry. So I don't know if what Rodgers said or anything like that motivated you. It's certainly pissed off the city, but I know it's one game at a time. But is that something that motivates you going forward to maybe tilt that rivalry back in Chicago's favor? Just know it'll be back on our side very soon, sooner than later for sure. Sooner than later, for sure. That's Justin, awesome. Man, what made you partner with Duncan and Lurie Children's? This is a very cool initiative that's happening November 15th. Yeah, I mean, I just think, with Duncan donating $1 from every large or extra large cup of coffee on Monday, it's awesome to see them helping the community out and, the people at Lurie Children's Hospital. Just the way they connect with those children at the hospital. I actually got a chance to talk to a few kids at Lurie Children's Hospital last week, so just having that opportunity, to talk with their families and kind of, change up their routine and just to kind of give them hope and kind of, just switch it up for them was amazing for me. And, anytime I get an opportunity to help out in the community, I always jump on it. So it's been great for me. And I think, Duncan and Lurie Children's are doing a great thing. So that's really the big reason why I hopped on this opportunity. Hey, Justin, my son had his appendix taken out at Lurie Children's. It is absolutely a great place. They took beautiful care of him. So you've partnered with some good ones. And thanks again for your time, man. No problem. Justin, we appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate y'all. Y'all have a good one.